So let us start with the salary statement. If you are working in any company where there are more than, say, a lot of employees are working in company, then we are preparing the salary statement in Excel. Now see this salary statement, it won't be exactly like this only. So every company will have their own formats, okay, accordingly you have to work on. But the calculation of, I will concentrate on calculation of PF, ESI and etc. Okay. Now see here, there is employee number here. Okay, the name of the employees are there here. This is just a sample copy, original is not there. So this is name of the employee. Then total salary they are getting is 15,000 so and so and so and so. These are the total salary they are getting there. Total working days is 26 days as working days. This person had worked for 20 days. This person had worked for 22 days. Now see, whenever you are going for a company, okay, how the salary is calculated. Now when you go for an interview, they will ask you how much salary you are expecting. Suppose you said 20,000. Now this salary will be divided, okay. This salary will be divided into allowances and deduction. Okay, sorry, allowances. This salary will be divided into what? Allowances. Now every company will have their own format, remember. It won't be same. In every company you won't get all allowances. Allowances start with what? Basic salary. Then there will be DA, traveling allowance, DNS allowances, traveling allowances, medical allowances, house rent allowances, food allowances, washing allowances. Okay, then leave travel allowances, bonus. All these are allowances the employee is getting, but in every company you won't get all these allowances. Company can choose which allowances to give and which they don't want to give. Okay, now for example we will take, suppose you are getting the monthly salary, say 20,000. This how this salary is divided now. Every company will have certain percentages. Now for example, the company is giving you basic salary 60% of the salary. Okay, then DA suppose 30% of the salary. And traveling allowance is 10% of the salary. And you are not getting all these things. You are getting only basic, DA and TA. Basic is 60% of the salary, DA is 30 and so and so. Now how you will calculate this? This 20,000 will be divided how? Is equal to this. See, I'll calculate basic salary first. Basic salary is 60% of this. Okay, DA is 30% of this. Traveling allowances, sorry, this into 30%, and traveling allowances is 10%. If I total this, it becomes a 20,000. Okay, so this is the way whenever you will get the salary, along with that you are getting the salary certificate. On that it will be written basic salary so and so, DA so and so and so. Percentage won't be written, but the calculation, this percentage, remember it will not be fixed for every company. The company can give you 70% of basic salary, even more than that also. DA, so this percentage the company is fixing, remember. Okay, now let us go for salary statement here. This is the salary statement here. Now see, you are getting the salary monthly 20,000. Again, the salary depends on what? Number of days work, how much days you have worked for. So your total duties is 26 days. So how many months you have worked for? 20 days. So how to calculate what? 60% of 20,000. So is equal to 60%, 20,000 into 60%. This will give me 60% of that. But he had worked for only 20 days. I will divide it by total duties. So when I divide by total duties, I will get what? Per day salary. And that I will multiply with number of days work. Enter. So you will get this. That means all these people will get this basic salary. Okay. Similarly, DA 30% of this. So is equal to this 20,000 into 30%. Okay, divided by total duties. How much total duties are there, and multiply by, when you divide the total duties, it will give you per day salary, remember, and multiply that with number of days you work for. So enter. So then you drag it down. Similarly 10%. So this is equal to this into 10% divided by total duties multiplied by number of days work. This will give you a traveling allowances. And gross salary, I will add what? Basic DA and TA. So I'll use a sum function here is equal to sum in bracket. Highlight all this, close the bracket, press enter. So this is what? Total of all this. That means out of 20,000, he will get the salary of 15,380.6. Now let us go to the main topic now. Remember, these calculations and everything will be done in company. Only thing you have to enter here, whenever you will work in company in HR department, this salary statement is mostly handled by the HR department. So there the salary statement, everything will be prepared. Only thing you have to enter the number of days work, and if the salary is increase or decrease, you have to change accordingly. All the calculation will be done automatically. Okay. But in the interview, they may ask you, see, allowances is not important for us because allowances we won't be paying to the government. Okay. Allowances, no doubt, it goes to the employee only. But important is a PF calculation, ESI, all this is important. Deductions are important. These are called deductions. Now let us go for deductions now. The first deduction, let us see, is PF. That is 12%. Employee PF. Okay. Now what is the meaning of PF? Remember, PF is your saving. Like the way you are saving the money in the bank, you are getting the account number of the bank as well as the passbook. Similarly, when certain amount is deducted from the PF, from your salary, that PF goes to your account only in the bank. Remember, in the PF account. For that, you will get a PF number also, that is account number as well as a passbook also of the PF. Okay, statement of PF also you can get it. Now, what is the benefit of PF to the employee? Remember, whenever suppose from your salary the 500 is deducted from your salary is a PF. Say from your salary, suppose your salary is 15,000. Example I am giving you. Say your salary is 15,000. From 15,000, PF is deducted is 500 rupees. When the company will deposit this 500 in your account in PF, he will deposit 1,000. Remember, okay? That additional 500 will be contributed by the company contributions. That's why it is called employee PF and employer PF. Employer means company. From company side, the company is also contributing 12%. This is 12% and plus this is 12%. So you will get double money in your account. That's why the PF is very, very important for you. Now see here how the PF is calculated now. PF is calculated on the basic plus DA. Here I have given you the calculation also. Formula also. PF is always calculated on basic plus DA, these two. No other allowances you can add. Okay, basic plus DA. But there is a criteria here. If your basic plus DA, the total of this both is above 15,000, then we are calculating PF directly on 15,000 is a ceiling. Okay, now for example, your basic and DA is less than 15,000 here, 9,000 plus 4. 13,000 something is there. Okay, so that means what? Less than 15,000. When I'll calculate the PF here is equal to, okay, bracket basic plus DA, I'll click on DA, close the bracket, into 12%. Okay, now see this, the total again is less. I can click and drag this down. This is again the total is what now? Here you are getting basic salary 15,000 and 7. That means more than what? 15,000. When basic plus DA is more than 15,000, here you calculate directly 15,000 into a 12%. Direct on 15,000. This is also more than 15,000. So I'll calculate is equal to 15,000 into 12%. Okay, understood. If the basic plus DA is less than 15,000, then calculate, add both this is equal to this plus this into a 12%. If it is less, if it is more than 15,000, directly calculate 15,000 into 12%. Okay, yeah. This is employee part. Now let us go for employer part here. Here I have explained you about employer part of PF. I'll remove this first. Okay, here I will explain employer. Employer is also same thing, but the rate is C. If I try to add this 3.67 and 8.33, it is 12% only. This is employer side, remember. But employer PF is divided into two. One is 8.33 and 3.67. Okay. Now this is also calculated the same way we have done it on basic plus DA. If basic plus DA is less than 15,000, then add both this and calculate 8.33 here is equal to, in bracket, basic plus DA, close the bracket, into 8.33%. Okay, this also less, so I'll drag it down. Whereas this is more than 15,000. I'll use 15,000 into 8.33%. This is the way you have to calculate this 8.33%. Okay. Now 3.67, I told you, if I add this and this, it is 12%. This is also 12% and company is also 12%. Okay. But the company is divided into two. Now if I want to calculate the 3.67, shortcut what we do is, we directly deduct 12%, this 12% minus 8.33. Automatically you will get that 3.67. We are not calculating it. You have to calculate this. This I told you. Basic plus DA more than 15,000 than 15,000. If it is less, then add both this and 8.33. You have to calculate. Whereas 3.67 directly what you can do is 12% minus 8.33. You will get this. So is equal to 12% minus 8.33. Okay. This is about PF. ESI means employee state insurance. Okay. This is calculated on gross, but if the gross is above 21,000, see this gross is, remember, PF is on basic plus DA, ESI on gross. If the gross value is above 21,000, okay, then they are not getting ESI, 0. All this is also 0, this is 0, all these are not getting ESI. But if it is less, now if the gross is less than 21,000, then gross into 1.75% is equal to this gross into 1.75%. Okay, that's it. And employer contribution, ESI is also same like PF, only employer contribution is there, 4.75%. Same thing here also, but the percentage of, if it is about 21,000 gross, then here also it is 0. Okay, if it is less, then calculate gross into 4.75%. So this is the way you have to calculate PF and ESI. TDS I will explain it in the next video.